Yes, 1st October you need to submit. I guess Tuesday it is. No, 1st October is Thursday. Today is Tuesday. All right. Is my screen visible? Hmm. All right. So today we are going to learn how to model a tree. So first of all, let us start with a maybe cylinder. With a cylinder, and I'm taking the subdivisions approximately, let's say 8. It can be 8 or it can be 12, but 8 is a good value. So let's use 8 only. Okay. And height subdivision, let's make it 2 or 3. So I'll start with a 3. Let's make it let's make it 3 better. Now there can be many possibilities while making a tree. Okay, many possibilities. You can create many variations of it. Because trees, you cannot say like the tree has to be like this only. There can be many possibilities. Okay, so that is the reason I don't know for this particular tree uh, what can be the design, but always remember a tree always will have a particular design. So my very first job will be my very first job will be to create a design for this tree. Okay, so from here, suppose this much my tree will be. Okay, there can be a little more vertices, and it need not to be very perfect. Perfect in the sense the curve should be perfect. It need not to be, because this is a tree. Tree cannot be, can be, but most of the cases it is not very perfect in shape. It is random. The beauty of a tree is it is random. Okay, so we need to work on it. So selecting the faces, top faces, and selecting this curve. And in chair, I showed you how to extrude, right? So I'm extruding it. And let's increase the subdivision level. All right. This is absolutely fine. Now, a few things you have to remember. That is now going to the input node of this tree. And there is something called taper. Okay, taper, I am decreasing it. let's say point 1. Definitely, if it is a branch, then what will happen? Gradually, it will be narrow. Even it can be lesser than this, 0.05 maybe. Okay. And it is not necessary, it has to go like this only. So what I'm doing, there is something called twist over here. Twist. So I am adding some twist value. Now can you see? It is twisted. Okay, now it will add some realism to it. Anyway, that is all right. Now let's create some sub branch. Okay, so what I'm going to do, go to the front view and let's create, sorry, uh, I'm going to create a curve, AP curve. Okay, and from here, let's create another branch. And you can see how differently I'm trying to create this. It has to be very random. Very random. But remember, in this randomness also the design is there. So try to remember that. Selecting this, I need a circular shape over here. So what I'm doing, I'll just slide it up. Select this also, slide it downward. Okay. So my plan is to make this a circle. So selecting these 4 vertices, scale it down, and you can see it is looking like a circular shape. In Maya 2019, if you are using 2019 or 20, I know so many of you are using. You just select the faces over here, go to edit mesh, and I guess third or second option is circularize. So you don't have to do it manually, just select the faces and click on circularize. It will be automatically done. Okay, shift select this and same thing I'm going to do, increasing the divisions. Okay, going to the inputs once again, taper. I kept it 0.05. In this case also, I'm keeping the same. And twist, if you want, you can add a little bit twist if you want. In this area, you can see having some problem. So I'm sliding it this side, selecting this, I'm sliding it that side. Actually, I should rotate it. It would be better. And then this is a better alignment. All right. So pressing 3, how it is looking? Not bad. Now a few areas to take care. First of all, this area is looking tapered. So what should I do? I'm selecting this and pulling it this side and taking this vertex, keeping it in between. All right. Now selecting this one sliding it upward. Now from here, there, I can modify. Okay, this is looking fine to me. See, again, you have to go to the individual places and need to rectify it properly. See, I'll show you one option. I'm giving a loop. What I want, it has to follow this a little bit. So going to the tool setting means going to the option box of it. Insert with edge flow. One option is there. Insert with edge flow. I'm just clicking it on and giving this loop. Just check what will happen. Can you see? It is taking this curvature. So just keep it on. Insert with edge flow. So whatever the flow is, it will be inserted according to that. So now I'm creating another two more loops over here. Over here one and over here one. All right. Now let's come to the, this is front view. Let's come to the side view. It is looking like in a plane, the branches are there, right? So what I'm going to do, okay, before doing anything, let us do some adjustments. So what I'm going to do, or let's make another curve and then I will do the adjustment. So go to create and curve tool, EP curve tool once again. And from here, let's create another branch. Okay. And now what I am thinking, let's press 4 to see it properly. This one, the inside one, the first one basically. Okay. I'm pressing F8. F8 means component mode. Okay. And then, so this is also the component mode. This is component mode. This is object mode. Okay. So you can select this also component mode instead of F8. And then going to the, I don't know why it is not showing the vertex. Okay, the vertex is visible. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to the side view and let's change the shape a little bit. What I'm thinking, it could be in this side. Maybe it will look better. Yes, this will look better. Okay, so I'm keeping it like this. Now, let's come to this area. You have to remember one thing. From one particular area, all the branches will not come out from this particular area. So this time, I'm taking this area, not this area. Okay, I'm taking this area. So taking these four faces. If you are not making it circular, then also it is fine. Then some ridges will be visible in the branches. That is absolutely fine. But I'm making it circular a little bit. Or if you are thinking all the radius of all the branches should be different. Yes, definitely. It should be different. Okay, so I made it a little smaller. Now just push it downward. That's fine. Selecting all the faces, shift the curve, and let's extrude it. Increasing the divisions. The same thing I did previously, the taper, zero point 0.05 and a little bit of twist. Okay, and now what can be done, I'm selecting the edges at the base because the branch has been already created. So I can increase the size a little. Only in this area. There will be no problem. That's all right. Just selecting these two. Okay, now I'm making a design out of it. And this is very important. Technically, now you know how to do it. Now, making a design is very important. So, going to the maybe side view, and let's make some adjustments. I'm using soft selection. So this is a design. That's fine. Let's save this file. Guys, tell me till now so far is fine. All of you got it? Okay. 1 minute. You people are asking something. Okay, you were asking the steps. Actually, I repeated it thrice. I guess now you know, right? I already repeated it. Okay, all right. So now, basically, what I actually wanted to say is the starting point of these two branches is different than this one. So you can see the position is totally different. And this is very important, by the way. Okay. Now, coming to the individual branches. If you are trying to create a very realistic kind of a tree branch, you have to take care of this. So now what I'm going to do, and you know what, suppose this area, you want to exaggerate a little bit now, it is very smooth and you don't want it, you want a perfect reach over there. So just insert edge loop. Now what is happening, I wanted this corner, but because of this, that option I am using, automatically it is becoming circular. So just click it off and give two more edge loops. I wanted this intentionally, that corner. Okay, it will look organic. Intentionally, I kept it like that. So for this corner also, you can do the same thing. Like just select it, move it a little bit more. Sorry, I again click it on. Okay, it will look more natural if you're doing it. So now maybe over here also the same thing could be done, because this kind of elbow shapes should be there in the tree branches. So maybe over here one. So double loop. Sorry, double loop. Okay, and maybe one over here. Okay, not bad. Now, what next to be done? So coming to one particular place, maybe over here, and creating two more edge loops. Selecting the vertices, and from here, my plan is to create another branch. So this is the place. I'm going to the front view, go to the side view. I can see over here. All right. Sub branches I need to create. So once again, going to the curve tool. Let's do something. I am already keeping these angles. It has to go a little bit this side. My intention is twist it in some other side, because it has to be very random. Okay, so this is all right. Now selecting these faces, select this next row. Once again, coming to the inputs, taper 0.05, Let's add some twist to it. Okay, so created another branch. Now you have to check the design. Okay, each and every time it has to look balanced. So maybe what I'm thinking, this corner can be a good place to start with. So you can see manually I'm creating the circular shape. Once again you have to remember this is an organic shape. So it need not to be exactly a circle. So this is all right. Okay, so let's start from the top view. I have to search for it where I actually created it. So this is the area. Okay, so going to the curves once again. See how different kinds of curves I am creating. All right, now going to hmm, fine. Selecting this. Okay, all right. So once again, this is all about the design. So selecting these faces, select this and extrude. Increasing the division. All right. Same thing. See, again and again, I'm doing the same thing. Going to the inputs, taper, 0.05, and twist. Okay. Now this connecting area. Now what I need to do? Select all the edges. Sorry, I think I selected the wrong one. And scale it up a little bit. Sorry. This one I need to select. All right. And scale it up. And giving another look. Okay, pressing 3. Let's check how it is looking. Fine. This side also, I think I need to add one. So maybe from here, this can be a good place. This one, this one. Once again, you can see manually I'm trying to create the shape. Let's check if I can. All right. So from here, once again, coming to the top view and check. it is over here, and this area or in this area. Okay, so create once again, taking ET curve tool, and let us check something like this. Okay, but you can see the circle is over here, right? So just changing the pivot point, and let's rotate it upward. Okay, so the same thing I'm going to do. Selecting this, shift selecting this, add some divisions, going to taper 0.05. See, if it is very smaller, then this area also becoming small, and that is absolutely fine. Okay, the last branches will be very narrow, and you can add a little bit twist. If you are not adding twist in this area, no problem. So the base I'm making little thick. Okay, and add another loop. All right. Look, what I wanted to do basically to make it random. Guys, tell me so far, understood or not? Sagar, my Maya screen will be very small basically. So it is very problematic to see. Already in Maya, so many tools are there. Okay. Somebody has written anything in the chat box. Any of you can tell me, like there is a question. Okay. Any of you just switch on your mic and can tell me, sir, there is a question. Then I'll check. Okay. All right. Now, what next to do? Guys, I guess you people understood this much branches will not work. You need to create more basically. So from here, another one, from here, another one, from here, another one. So from here, another one. So I'll take forever to make the branches actually until unless I am satisfied enough. Okay. So I'm not taking too much time on that. I'm moving forward. I guess you people got my point, what I'm trying to say, right? Now I'm moving forward towards this at the bottom. How should be the bottom part? How the top part is very important. The bottom also similarly important. Okay. So what I'm doing over here, I'm creating another polygon. Guys, you have to remember one thing. Whenever creating the faces like this, so previously it was a rectangular shape face. So what I did by inserting edge loop, I tried to create a kind of square shape. Okay, so then your topology is clean and correct. So I definitely need to shift it. So what I did, I converted this also a kind of square shape. Square shape in the sense these are not square basically, but the length of the edges will be very similar. Right. Okay, the next thing is I don't need these faces. So just delete it. Then let's do some adjustments. So this should go a little bit this side. We can do a little bit different kind of adjustments also. Okay, that also let's check. So I'm selecting these two and let's extrude it. Okay, the plane I'm not changing, so this one I need to delete, and this edge should go downward. I guess you are getting my point. All right. So similarly, a few more routes I need to create, and once again, all these things will be very random. So I'm selecting only this space. This was the height, and in this case, this is the height. Maybe only this much. Only this much. Okay. So the bottom face you need to delete, and this edge.
Sir,
Okay. All right. Yes. Who is that? Sagar.
yes, sir.
Yes, Sagar. Tell me.
Sir, every part of the tree branch, मतलब sir, कॉर्ड में ही रहना चाहिए.
Hmm. So far, whatever I have created, everything is in quad. Guys, let us understand why it is necessary to make everything in quads. Some softwares will not calculate the triangles. So, like the same model, uh, suppose I want to sculpt this tree stem in ZBrush. Okay, so in ZBrush, I cannot sculpt it if some triangles are there because ZBrush will not read the triangles. So automatically it will create something, and uh, now very difficult to make you understand because UV unwrapping you don't know so far. So there is something called UV unwrapping. You need to do it in Maya before processing for texturing. Any model you have to go through that. Okay, so in UV unwrapping it will be corrupted if ZBrush itself is managing the geometry. Suppose if some triangles are there, ZBrush will try to convert those into quads automatically. It will try to convert. So if it is trying to convert and it converted those triangles into quads, what will happen? The UV unwrapping, what you have done, that will be corrupted. Okay, so it's better and it is advised, and that is the reason that don't keep any triangles, keep all quads and work accordingly.
Sir,
Yes, Sagar.
sir, मतलब sir, कौन सी एक साइड से from one view it should be seen chords. How chord means सब जगह sir chords ही होने चाहिए.
That
Square type ही.
suppose suppose you have created only one triangle. Suppose only this much is there. So if you are taking it in ZBrush, what will happen? it will try to convert it into quad. Okay, so in this case, it is very easy. Just to delete it and it is converted. Most of the cases, it will not be so easy to convert into quad. So it will be converted into quad and your UVs will be corrupted. And UVs are very necessary for texturing. But those UVs will be corrupted.
सर एवरी डिटेल पार्ट के लिए अगर डिटेल से डिटेल पार्ट भी हम लोग ने मॉडल किया तो भी कॉर्ड्स
That is what I am telling you. One single triangle will create a problem.
ओके सर
Okay. Even suppose so many times we use cylinders as our primitive, isn't it? Cylinders. And we make it eight and we use it. But you know what? These triangles are not accepted. Will not work. So what we should do? Just delete these alternate edges. So now this is a quad, this is a quad, this is a quad, this is a quad. So like this we need to work. I guess you guys are getting my point.
यस सर सर बट आपने बोला था एजेस डिलीट नहीं करना है डोंट डिलीट द एजेस
Now let me give you some example. Suppose you are having fever and I told you, okay, you take Dolo for it, okay, and later time you have come to me, you asked me, sir, I am having headache. So I told you, okay, take Disprin. No, last time you told me to take Dolo. So different disease, different medicine. So it's like that. What I told, suppose you are creating a door. This is a house, you are creating a door. Okay, you are creating a door. So you are thinking, okay, these edges are used only over here. So I don't need these edges, and you are deleting it. That is not accepted. This is not accepted. Okay, so you need to keep, sorry,
यस सर
so you need to keep these edges. You should not delete it. Okay, otherwise this phase will be problematic. But in the case of a cylinder, in the case of a cylinder, these are all triangles and you have to convert it into a quad. And the way to convert it into a quad to manipulate the edges. So you need to delete the edges. So this is totally a different disease. Remember this. Okay, a different disease, so different medicine. Is that okay? I guess Sagar asked
यस
me
सर
this
अंडरस्टूड
question, but the same question could be there in your mind also. And now this is clear. Is it? Isn't it? Okay.
यस सर क्लियर
Now, yes. So now I am moving forward, and now this side, the tree only these roots will not work for a tree. It will be uprooted if storm is there. So what will happen? This side also heavy roots should be there. So this time, see, for this I took two, for this I took one, and for this I took three. Okay, and so same thing basically I'm doing. Just delete it. And guys, you can see every time my manipulation is also different. It is not necessary how I am manipulating, you need to manipulate this same way. It is not needed. You manipulate whatever you think is fine to you and you can manage, you manipulate like that. One could be a little smaller. Alright. I also do something, after doing this, uh, let us make what I feel another route, maybe over here. Okay, just side by side, so that whatever I have made, so one after another, this is also will look symmetrical. So now what I'm doing, just over here, so that it will not look symmetrical. While doing the modeling, be very careful not making these things symmetrical, which is for the basically for the organic models. Be very careful. Just guys, just give me 1 minute. I just put the charger. Okay. So so whatever you are creating, just keep patience and give time to that particular area. And this one, you can make it little smaller. You know, in this, if you're feeling like this face, the height is a little bit too much. So what could be done? You could create another look like this, and that is absolutely fine. Okay, so in this also, if you think this is too much, you could have given another look in this area. Okay, now another thing I was talking about, like something else could be done before some time I was telling. So I'm selecting this. This is called spin edge. Spin edge. I use it very, very much in for organic modeling. This is one of my favorite thing to do basically for the topology. So this direction I'm using, just check how we can change it. So I'm having the spin edge forward and backward. So spin edge backward, spin edge forward. You can spin one edge. So this is the shortcut of the same. Both are same to me basically. So one towards the right side, one towards the left side. By the icon you can see, right? So can you see? I'm spinning it. So at the same place, the edge, I'm just rotating the edge at the same place. Okay. So this is the default position. It was like this. So what could be done? It could be like this, so that I'm getting this direction. So the this direction I'm getting. Okay, because of this direction, continuous direction. Okay. So if you want to create, you can create it. If you don't want to spin it, that is also fine. Okay. In this case, if I'm not keeping the spinning, this is also fine because I kept it very low poly, so there will be no problem. This is absolutely fine. So in this case also, so if you want to spin it, you can spin it like this, like this. Okay, in this case it is looking better after spinning. And this vertex I need to adjust a little bit. Then it will look like, see, now it is the same loop. Okay, moving even forward. So from here to there, same loop, continuing the topology. And this mesh is looking perfect over here. So let's bring it backward like this, and let's move this forward. So it is now will look continuous. Anyway, so I just showed you the option. You can create it. If you want to spin something, you have to remember one thing. You should have enough loop for that. Means at least this much density should be there. Then you are spinning it. It is better. So now so this much loop I am having, and now selecting this, I'm spinning it. It is better. Okay. When loops are very limited, if you are not doing spinning, that is better. Anyway, I guess this much all of you understood what I'm trying to do basically. So now after this also, you can make, extended routes. That is also fine. But I think I can see some pinch in this area. So let us move it this side. Now that is fine. Some adjustments can be done. If you want to exaggerate those roots a little bit more, definitely can be done. All right. Now, if you in some areas, if you want to create some modification, suppose this area you want to create some modification. So what you can do? Okay, selecting this edge and spinning. But this is not the only thing you are going to do. And after doing this, you can understand once again you need to manipulate the geometry. So one particular area. Now, what will happen basically? One particular area. So this one, you just can push it inside. I'm showing you what's happening basically. Not not this one. Hmm. And this face we don't need it. So the entire bottom part. And this is the last job actually you should do. So when everything is done, select all the edges together and just make one straight line. Understood? So like this, any other depression you want to create, so need to go to those places and need to, suppose here is, you know what, I should give another loop, isn't it? It is, it is too long. So what you can do in this area, the same thing, selected, I'm just telling you the possibility. Now I'm not making anything, okay? Not constructing anything. I'm just showing you the possibilities. So we don't need it. Push it a little bit downward. And this one, oh, I'm very sorry. Spin. Spinning means you are not ending the loop. So after extrusion, I'm ending it, ending the shape over here. So spinning means now it is a continuous thing. It is not ending anymore somewhere. Definitely. Now I need to modify it. So what I told, now all these things you need to modify because distance between the edges should be similar. Okay, all right. So create another depression. So like this, keep on uh, adding the detailing to it. Tell me, you guys are getting my point? All of you? So when you will try to do it, that time actually you will come to know the actually what is happening. So now you just can see it only. So each and every areas wherever you think to add some detailing. So this is the way you can add detailing. Now let us. You can ask the next question how to create the leaves. Okay. So for now, what I'm doing, uh, edit, delete by type, history. So now this is independent. The curves, I don't need it anymore. Okay. Now this become independent. So selecting all the curves, and you can just delete it. And okay, modify, freeze transformation. So everything is freezed. Like now, making leaves, there are several ways to make it. Several ways to make it. Okay. First, try to learn the easiest ways to make it. Okay, guys. In this, actually, when I'm looking at it, I can see so many more possibilities to work. Okay. I just can see those things, and I thought I should discuss a little bit. Okay, so before going to the leaves, let us discuss a little bit. Actually, those areas are very tempting, and I cannot resist it. Okay, suppose this area. Once again, I'm making a circular shape. Okay, from here, and selecting this area. Again, I'm just showing you the possibility. Only this much. Okay, only this much, and I can see this edge. Sorry, only this edge can go a little bit upward. It is not looking good. Anyway, then I'm selecting this, scaling it down a little more, maybe. Again, extrude. Now pushing it inside. Okay. Again, extrude, bringing it outside, and then scaling it down a little bit. Now pressing 3. So these are all possibilities. You can definitely work with this. Now, what I can see, I should make it a little bit hard because this is the bark of it. I should make it hard. So these two areas, I should make it hard. Okay. So still, I'm not satisfied with this. You can make it many things. Definitely, the height is too much, so need to add some edge loop so that this will look approximately all the edges. The height will be the same. Now, once again, I'm showing you the possibility up to this much. Okay, so I have created two triangles over here, two triangles over here. So deleting the middle one. So this is a quad, and over there also I'm going to do the same thing. Quad. I'm selecting the middle one, pushing it inside. Selecting this, pushing it inside. Okay, so possibilities, how much, even this area also more detailing could be done in this area. Okay, for now I'm just leaving it. Now coming to the leaves part. Okay guys, this is not all. Many more things could be added in this. Okay, so uh, you just take a stone, you just pick up a pebble from anywhere and try to model it, and just check the detailing inside the pebble. You will get many things, and you just keep on adding those detailing on that table. So if the pebble can have so much of detailing, a tree, you can imagine how much detailing it can have, like the human body. Okay, so many more things can be done in this. Okay, but I'm leaving it like this, and let's come to the leaves. So what we were discussing, guys, for the leaves also we can have several ways to do. Uh, for now, let us learn the easiest way to make leaves. Okay, later on I will come back to you and I will show you how to make realistic leaves. First of all, the easiest way for making leaves will be take a cube, take a cube, smooth it. Okay, smooth it, maybe two subdivision level. And just keep it like this. Guys, you people please give me 1 minute. I'm getting several calls from the college itself, so I'll just take that. Okay, guys, sorry. So what I was talking basically that so many cartoon movies you have seen distant trees will be like this. Only means for very small children when the target audience is very small children, the trees should be even this much complicated stem will not be there. Okay, only a volume and a very simplified tree trunk will be there. Okay, so very simplified tree, this will be the leaves. You need to compose it nicely basically. Over here I am using a big one and a small one, but it can be composed properly. Now let's come to, guys, I'll show you something. I want to select all these faces. Okay, so I'm selecting 4, holding control, right click and grow selection. Okay, once again I will show you, just check it carefully. I'm selecting all 4, holding control, right click and grow selection. All are selected. Okay, so now I'm pressing B Let's make it a little more. Let's push it inside. Okay, I'm pushing it inside. All right, selecting this. Let's get the thickness. Let's get the thickness. I think it should be a little smaller. Okay. Now selecting this, and over here also the same thing. Row selection, making it a little bit smaller. So one this kind of shape I have created. Now, guys, it is looking like exactly a dome. It should not look like that. So what could be done? You need to make it a little bit organic. Again, a little bit here and there. One a little bit upward, one a little bit downward. So like this. Even these things. Okay. So this is the second. This will be the second type of tree. Like you just keep it at the top and duplicate. Now make small. So like this. So this can be another kind of very stylized tree. Okay, guys, you were getting my point. What I am trying to say. Like Motu Patlu for small children. So everything has to be very simplified because they cannot understand very complicated thing. Little children. So everything has to be very simplified for them. Okay, now just delete it. So one shape I have created. This shape I have created. I'm duplicating it. Making it a little bit smaller, duplicating it, making it a little bit smaller, and definitely you should rotate it so that it should not look like the same geometry. So like this, another variation you can create, and in this case, sorry, I'm combining it. It should be something like this, okay? And just can keep it like this. Very simplified, but in a layers. Okay, so that it will look like several layers are there in a tree. You can see now it is I am coming towards the realism gradually. So this can be one way to create a tree, and I think this will be very ideal for a uh, semi-realistic tree. Okay, this stem can be a little bit realistic, but the leaves will be semi-realistic, means toony like this. So overall it will look semi-realistic. So this is one way. And what I will do, this one I'll just keep it. just one variation, and I'm keeping it. So this one again, I need to come back. Previously it was like this: mesh, separate, modify, center pivot. Now the next part. So all the faces I have selected. Okay, and then I'm extruding it. Okay, I'm extruding it, and there is one option called keep faces together. Let's scale it down a little bit and keep faces together off. Scale down a little bit more, and let us check. No, all the direction are at the same time, same direction, so I'm not doing this, but I'll scale it up a little bit, something like this. Okay, pressing 3, duplicating it, very similar way. I'm just giving you ideas what can be done. In this also, uh, several things you need to do. Suppose, you know, just to make it random. So intentionally, I'm keeping it like this a little bit. So like this, several layers you can create at the top of it. So can you understand? I'm going towards the realism gradually. Now the hints of the leaves I'm giving individually. Is that okay, guys? Getting my point? Yes. Now in this only, what could be done? Insert with edge loop. So what's happening? Giving a shape like a leaf. So a little bit more detailing. So giving a shape like a leaf. Sorry. So all these, I forgot to give the loop. Anyway, so what basically I'm trying to say, so like this, and you can push it more, and you can see it is coming inside. So need to do like this. So giving a sense of a leaf basically. So this round corners will become like leaves. Okay, and you know what? In this also, it should not be like this, but I'm sure you are getting my point. What I'm trying to do. It has to be very random. Sorry, it has to be very random. Now this is much more realistic than this one. So all the leafy pattern will be there in this tree. So for now, guys, what I am expecting from you guys to create something like this. Something like this. Now this is not enough because definitely you need to duplicate, and how I showed over here, and you need to manipulate things. So like this you need to keep and need to create the entire tree. All of you understood guys what I'm expecting, that also you understood. I want a simplified tree for now, not individual leaves I need. That I will show you later on. First you make a tree that is very simplified, because in your movies this kind of trees will be needed. So uh, I showed you several styles, different styles. You also do some R&D, Google it, and try to get some tree reference and try to model it. And I would love to see how many different kinds of trees you are making. Okay, so next day you can show it to me, and you can incorporate those trees in your village scene. You can understand. So you have made the tree, and over here there is a hut, and over here there is a bullock cart, over here there is a well, and at one place you were uh, keeping and managing everything, how nice it will look. And in that camera composition last day I talked about, so it will look very nice. Shubham, definitely you can make dry tree, but dry tree means only the stem, isn't it? So I want to see the leaves, how you were managing it, because dry tree, once you know the technique you can make it. So now I'm sure all of you can make it by extruding with curves. Okay, but I want to see how you are managing the leaves. Okay, so that I want to see. Okay, guys, now I guess you can share your files, whatever you have done.